Here's a Rode Wireless Go 2 in this case. The third-party case, it doesn't come with this. This is you have to buy this separately. I'll put a link if you want to buy something like this. But here's a Rode Wireless Go 2. Everyone's been using the Rode Wireless Go 2 or the Rode Wireless Go, the first version. And what I've seen a lot of people use this for, even though there's a plug here to plug in microphone, either headset microphones or a lavalier microphone, you could plug that in. And a lot of people use that this way. I've seen so many people just clip this onto their shirt and use it in that way. Use it the way, I mean, Rode intended you to do that, but it's, even though this is really small, it's still kind of big and clunky. And it looks funny when I see people have this clipped onto their shirt and you see this little brick thing with their logo on there right in by their chest. And it's kind of annoying to see that, or I get annoyed. They have it like this with this little fuzzy windscreen on here, or this way, and it just dangles. And a lot of people like to use it that way because it's really simple and you don't have to get another lavalier microphone. And it works. This is a really good way to use it. It's just I get annoyed by how big it is. So that's why I just got, or I've had this for a while now. This is the PicoGear Mic 2, and it comes in this case. It comes in this case like this. Open it up. And it has one cable. Well, it has two cables. It has a USB charging cable and a 3.5 cable, but it also looks like it's TRRS, so you can plug this into a phone that has TRRS or your computer that has TRRS. And here's what it looks like, the mount system itself. So I'll get rid of the case that it comes in. Really nice case. And this is what you're getting. So this has a bunch of cables to it. We'll just ignore the cables. And it does look kind of big, but this is the receiver. The transmitters are these two things. These guys right here. These are the transmitters. Look how small they are. And there's a mic built in. I have a fuzzy windscreen on here, but this one can be removed. There's the fuzzy windscreen, and it comes with it. And this is what it looks like, the PicoMic. This is the PicoMic 2. And the microphone is that little dot right there. That's what the microphone is. And it's a clip. And this is the size of it. The battery's built in. It's rechargeable every time you dock it back in here. It charges the battery. And I haven't been able to figure out how long these transmitter batteries work. But on their site, it's advertised that this whole unit should last up to 20 hours of use. 20 hours. So I don't know yet if that means this only lasts, half of that and then you need to charge it, or this lasts 10 hours, 8 hours, this lasts 2 hours. I was already on a couple shoots that I've used this on. The longest shoot I've used this so far has been about 4.5 hours. So for 4.5 hours, I had this mounted or clipped onto my subject who I was filming, and I had no problems with battery life at all. So I know at least this lasts more than 4 hours. So maybe this can last 20 hours, just this by itself. I doubt it because it's such a small device. But if you compare it now, here's the mic. Here's the transmitter that clips on to the person. And here's the transmitter that clips on with the PicoMic. It is 1/3, or at least half, the size. And look how thin it is. Yeah, really small. And what I've noticed is it doesn't have the recording capabilities as the Rode Wireless Go 2. So if you wanted to have internal recording in 24 bits and outputting 32-bit, which is not even really 32-bit, but you can, and you have app control and all that stuff, there's still a lot of uses for the Rode Wireless Go 2. But for the purposes of just clipping a microphone on you for a run and gun really quick shoot, or if you do fitness, like you're a yoga instructor or a fitness instructor, and you normally clip this little brick onto your shirt, here is a much smaller, more discreet clip. The only problem I've seen so far, besides the battery life that I'm not sure lasts longer than 4 hours as far as my testing goes, is the longevity of this clip. So this clip right here is pretty thin and it feels fragile, and this could break over extended use. So that's the only thing I'm worried about, the longevity of this. But let me put on the windscreen here. It has a little cutout, lets you know where to mount it. And these windscreens are cute. I would just already automatically just keep these windscreens on the entire time, even if I'm indoors, because I just don't want anything affecting the microphone quality with wind. There's two, and this, when you plug it in to here, they automatically pair. You don't have to fuss about pairing them. And over here, there's a headphone, and then there's an audio out, and then that's a USB where you charge this device. And on the bottom, there's a screw mount so you can screw it on. It doesn't come with a hot shoe, so I got this other piece here from another device that I had, another I think an arm. I had an Israeli arm or one. These are ubiquitous. You can find these everywhere. So I just put this here. I screw it on the bottom, and then I'm able to mount this on my camera. Yes, it does look a little ungodly with this on here like that. Plug it in like that, right? Yeah, pretty normal, and it's kind of big. It's bigger than putting the receiver of the Rode Wireless Go. This is much smaller and more discreet, which is an advantage with the Rode Wireless Go. But check that out. And let me just, I wanted just to mount that on there for demonstration purposes. I'm going to do an audio test and plug it into the camera I'm recording on right now. But let me turn this on and show you a little bit of the menus system here. It's kind of reflective, really bright sunlight. You can still see it, and it's in color. And it's not a touch screen. You just navigate through these buttons. Let's say you only want to use one of these because you're not going to use two. You're only going to use one. So you could take one out, and then you can have one go on both stereo tracks. But then when you use two, one is on left channel, one's on the right channel. And you can see that here. You can control it. And you can control the output volume if you are monitoring, or you don't have to monitor. And yeah, it's all controllable right here. So I'm going to test the Rode Wireless Go, the microphone here, and then I'm going to plug the transmitter of the Rode Wireless Go, or the receiver rather. Here's the receiver, the Rode Wireless Go. I'm going to get the Rode Wireless Go, link it up, plug it into the camera I'm recording on right now, and then I'll use the Pico. Right now you're listening to the Rode Wireless Go. I have this Rode Wireless Go plugged into my CX10 that I'm recording on right now. I have the microphone clipped right underneath me, the Rode Wireless Go, and this is what it sounds like. I just left the settings as it was. I think it's all on auto, but this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what the Rode Wireless Go 2 sounds like. Now I have the PicoMic 2 clipped onto my shirt, and I'm using a longer cable here. This is not the cable that comes with the Pico. This is the cable that comes with it, but I just wanted to have the receiver in the same frame. So the transmitter is connected to my shirt, and this is what it looks like when it's receiving. I only have one enabled, so one mic is going into both channels into a stereo channel. This is what it sounds like. I think I have it on all the way up gain, but the gain on my camcorder is a negative 15 dBs, which is the same one I had for the Rode. And this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4 testing the PicoMic 2. It is a little pricey. It's more pricier than the Rode Wireless Go 2. This is about $400. And the Rode Wireless Go 2, I believe, is $250 or something, under $300. So there is a price difference, and the features are not the same. The PicoMic here, there is a second option where you can have the ability to plug in a lavalier microphone, but for this, the whole point of getting this PicoMic is to have these clipped mics to clip on you directly where you don't have to get anything else. So I don't see a purpose of buying the version that had the lavalier input, because then at that point, I think a better deal would just to be going with the Rode Wireless Go. If you're going to plug in a microphone, you don't need the size. Like, that's not going to be an advantage anymore. So that's the one so there's that option out there. But I got this, and yeah. So if I'm going to put a link to this, and it may be gone by the time you watch this video. I don't know if it's gonna pop up again. I'm really happy with this so far. I've had it for about about 6 months. I've had this, and it's been really great for me for my uses. I haven't had any interferences, or at least nothing that's different from the Rode. Any interference that I got from the Rode, same thing as the PicoMic. It's not like it's worse. I don't think it's better, but it's not worse than the Rode as far as the connection goes. It's supposed to reach up to 150 feet of clear line of sight. The signal is 24 bits, 48 kilohertz audio sampling. I think it's worth the 400, and just to diversify my gear that I'm having for different jobs, I could find a use for this a lot. Like I can see this when I want no frills, want an easy setup, and it's kind of a run and gun dock, and it's serious sound, but not where it's life or death capture. This is a really good option. I'm really happy with this.